Welcome to the Delaware Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of January 19, 2015. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage, here to give you an update. Well, last week was not kind to Delaware mortgage rates. Mortgage rates did spike higher at the end of the week. Take a look at the bond chart on the screen. On Thursday, that green candle there, we were able to break through a ceiling of resistance, the R2 line, and hit an all-time record high for the last 2 years for the bonds. But then Friday, you can see that big red candle. Friday, the bonds sold off big time, and mortgage rates jumped anywhere from 1/4 to 0.5% on Friday with that big sell-off. So with that in mind, we're going to recommend locking your Delaware mortgage rate to start the week. The sentiment for the short term is for the bond to continue to sell off because the stock market's rallying on a better than expected consumer sentiment. So that was the big report on Friday that moved the market. Consumer sentiment came out better than expected. It came out at 98.2, well above the 94 expectations, and that's the best reading on consumer sentiment in 11 years. So that's really got the stock market rallying back after 5 straight days of losses. That pulled money out of the bond market, which was ready to take some profits anyway. So lock in that Delaware mortgage rate to start the week. Then we saw retail sales come out last week. Now, retail sales for December were actually worse than expected. They were disappointing at negative 0.9% decrease from November retail sales. So that was a surprise because people were expecting retail sales to come out better with the low price of oil. So the low price of oil is not motivating consumers to go spend. So that could be a drag on the economy. Then we saw 2 reports on inflation last week. The first one being the Producer Price Index for December 2014 was a measure of wholesale inflation. That fell by 0.3%, so inflation at the wholesale level is pretty much non-existent. That's very good for bonds. And then the second report was a measure of inflation at consumer level. That was the Consumer Price Index, or the CPI for short. That fell by 0.4%, and it's 0.8% year over year. That's down from 2.1% in May. So we have almost no inflation. That's going to keep the Feds from raising short-term interest rates. That would be good news for bonds for the rest of this year because we don't see any inflation kicking in for 2015. Then we saw weekly initial jobless claims come out on Thursday, and that report was a surprisingly jump in the weekly initial jobless claims. Jumped 19,000 claims higher to 316,000 claims for the week. That's only the second time in the last 17 weeks that claims jumped above 300,000. So we'll have to see if that's a short-term blip with maybe the holidays keeping people from filing claims from the previous week they rolled into the last week. So we'll see how that works out with weekly initial jobless claims this week. Now in 2014, local news, real estate in review. So Newcastle County, Delaware experienced a 3.5% increase in median home price of homes sold in 2014. The median price rose from $198,000 to $205,000. The number of homes sold in Newcastle County actually decreased by 4.6% from 2013. And then the number of homes that went under contract in 2014 decreased by 2.6% from the number of homes under contract in 2013. So that's your statistics for Newcastle County. If we take a look at Kent County experienced a 4.5% increase in median home price sold in 2014, increasing from $176,950 up to $185,000. Now the number of homes sold in Kent County increased by 8.8% compared to 2013, and the number of homes that went under contract increased by 16.2% compared to 2013. So that's some real good news in Kent County. The market there is really coming along. It's hot. Sussex County, though, only saw a 0.6% decrease in the home price from 2013. It dropped from $246,500 to $245,000. Sussex County experienced a 1.8% decrease in the homes sold in 2014 compared to 2013, and the number of homes that went under contract decreased by 2.6%. So Sussex County is kind of in a stall right now. The hot market is Kent County. Newcastle County is doing okay. In the other local news, we got 2 first-time homebuyer seminars coming up. The next one is in Newark, Delaware. That is Saturday, February 21st from 10 a.m. to noon, the Christiana Hilton Hotel. And the next one in Dover is Saturday, March 7th from 10 a.m. to noon at the Dover Holiday Inn. Now you can register for either one of those events. Give us a call in the office at 302-703-0727 or register online, www.delawarehomebuyerseminar.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.